Roll call vote.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we are here at our first meeting after reorg, and we are now up to the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I think everyone knows that next week we start school on September 1st. We have our staff conference day, which I sent out notifications to staff yesterday regarding our agenda. We have a pretty packed full agenda. We have exciting things that are happening in the school year. The following day, students come in, so they are coming in September 2nd. So this afternoon, myself and the district administration and some of the building administrators walked the buildings. We had a pre-opening building condition walkthrough with the Board of Education, which is standard. We do every single year. I have to say that I think the buildings look extremely well. Everything is clean, everything is back in place. I have to commend the work of our lead for the Buildings and Grounds Department, Chris Harrell, and the entire team, because they work extremely hard over the summer. Sometimes we forget that when we end the school year in June, we literally begin almost immediately preparing for the following school year. So if you had the opportunity to walk through the buildings, there's been a lot of work that's been done. And I think to really kind of capture the work that was done, I asked Mr. Harrell and his secretary, Mrs. Dempsey, to prepare a PowerPoint, which I again converted to a video that I want to show the Board of Education and the community. The board has it as a slide show as well. But Ms. Jordan, if you could start the video and we can kind of speak to it in a moment. And it's only 4 minutes.
This video highlights the building and grounds accomplishments for the 2026-2027 school year as of August 25th, 2026. For our high school and middle school.
Yes, yes. AI is an amazing thing. So what AI does, it actually takes the PowerPoint and it allows you to create the transcript of the PowerPoint. So which is what I did in terms of the transcript.
Is it what do I have to do this?
When he plays the video, it normally goes into the stream, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you don't have to do that.
If you could open up to full screen to go to the legacy.
This video highlights the building and grounds accomplishments for the 2026-2027 school year as of August 25th, 2026. For our high school, middle school, elementary gym floors, we saved over $34,000 by utilizing in-house labor instead of paying for external quotes. Our wire pulling and district heating project was completed in-house, significantly reducing costs by only requiring materials. We achieved savings of over $11,000 on the high school weight room flooring project by handling the labor internally. The painting of the secondary LGI room was completed with in-house staff, saving the district over $22,000 compared to external contractor costs. By performing the work in-house, the district saved $18,000 on the sound system installation for the APR/elementary gym. Painting the Main Street gym vestibule resulted in over $6,600 in savings by utilizing our own staff and labor. We also completed the painting of several elementary school classrooms in-house, saving more than $11,000 compared to external estimate. Even smaller projects, like painting the middle school lobby accent wall, resulted in over $3,000 in savings. The painting of the Happy Hallway at Clayton Food was a major success, yielding nearly $25,000 in savings through in-house labor. Painting the APR gym ceiling was another efficient project, where we saved $18,000 by avoiding external labor costs. In total, these in-house efforts have achieved over $143,000 in savings for the district. We thank our Buildings and Grounds Department for their hard work and dedication to the district. We also manage several projects that require the expertise of external vendors. At Clayton Huey Elementary, we completed a slide installation project with a significant portion of the cost covered by donations. We thank the PTO and community for their generous contributions of approximately $14,000 toward the cost of Finally, we also successfully installed a new Gaga pit at Clayton Huey Elementary. Moving on to other improvements, we installed wall padding in the APR gym at an external cost of $19,046. We also arranged for new curtains in the elementary gym with an external cost of $20,400, slated for installation by the end of August 2026. The main office floor at Clayton Huey Elementary was replaced, requiring an external investment of $17,580. We also addressed facility needs by replacing the slop sink in the Clayton Huey Elementary custodial closet at a cost of $6,065. New window shade will be installed in rooms 11 and 12 at Clayton Huey, partnering with AT Equipment for a cost of $9,500. In the middle school, we updated the flooring in room 410, which involved an external cost of $10,549. We also updated the carpeting in the large room construction room, representing an external investment of $9,879. To enhance our performance spaces, we upgraded the theatrical lighting console, costing $17,460. We initiated the demolition of the high school locker room to prepare for the weight room extension, totaling $29,481 in external costs. This view shows the progress of the high school weight room locker room demolition. We thank the Football Booster Club for their donation of $8,166 toward the cost of new equipment for the weight room. The weight room received a fresh coat of paint, provided through the generous support of LRM painting services at no cost to the district. We thank the Marticello family for their continued support of the district. Additionally, we replaced the mirrors in the weight room, resulting in an external cost of $2,300. Finally, work continues on the long jump runway and sandway, which has an external budget of $47,817. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Board of Education and the entire Central Marches community for their unwavering support, which is essential in our mission to provide the best possible learning environment for our students. We look forward to the start of the new school year.
Thank you. The reason, and Dr. Perry mentioned the use of AI, and I think it's a convenient tool when you use something like this. We were able to kind of edit the dialogue that went along with it, so obviously you get the thanks. But this was an effort of the entire community Board of Education. The funding for the internal projects that we identified came from the capital outlay project and the external work that was done. We've identified $350,000. Initially, that was part of our budget. For these specific projects, we remained within budget. I know that might be the question as well. And we were able to do all the work because of the expertise of our staff that we have in place and their dedication. Just to give you an example, if you, for those of you who have children at the elementary school, when we have open house and other activities in the APR, which is the all-purpose room, the second gym that we have adjacent to the first grade wing, we have a new sound system, which is, we showed the board this afternoon. It's a beautiful system that I think is going to really do the space justice. We have portable mics for the kids as well when they have their plays and they have various performances. So I think it's really going to enhance that space significantly. And the overall external vendor quotes that we received were anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000. We did the work internally through the partnership of our network specialist, Bill Nofi, and Chris Sorrell, who did all of the electrical work and the hanging of the speakers and everything else for roughly about $22,000. So we saved roughly almost $18,000 to $28,000 by doing the work internally. So I just want to thank everyone for their continued support. I think the buildings are in a good place in terms of starting the school year. I'm so happy that we were able to, as we promised in previous years, to shift our attention to the elementary school. We are going to continue to work throughout the year. Some of the projects that we can do internally, during the breaks, during evening hours, we will continue the renovation work. But these were the big projects that we had to complete while school was not in session. I know on the agenda, can I move to certain things? Yep. On the agenda itself, we accepted the donation, and I did mention, I made sure that we mentioned the work of the Football Booster Club. I know that we have members here present. Jeremy Gold is present as well. As our athletic director, we have our football coach, Matt Millhauser. We have, we have, of course, Richard Wagner. We have Jody Kennedy. We have Jen Wagner. Of course, we have who I think comes to every single meeting. So, I mean, honestly, from my perspective, I really, and from the entire board and the entire community, we really thank you for building up that very generous gift of almost $8,200 to support the equipment, which we didn't really factor into our budget, and it looks amazing. So I really invite any student, any staff member who hasn't seen it yet, the video will be posted online with our agenda as well, so the entire community can see it. But sometimes the pictures don't do it justice. When you really see the space, how expansive the space now is, we made a much more comfortable space for athletes, for our entire community that can enjoy that space. And I think it was long overdue, and we finally got the impetus and the funding and the contribution from the Football Booster Club to make it happen. So thank you, and of course thank you to Gino and his contribution for painting it, which he did, I think, in like 1 or 2 days. And of course, the entire football team, the coaches that got together and actually put the equipment together. So I think I had the conversation with Mr. Kennedy. Our staff, internal staff, was too, pressed with other projects, as obviously you can see. So they volunteered to put the equipment together with the assistance of our team. So thank you for the football.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate a thank you to the coaches, to the Booster Club, to everybody involved, Board of Education, for allowing this project to happen. But I do want to mention Mr. Kennedy was a lead person in the installation of that equipment, and with a bunch of boys, if I'm not incorrect. So I want to thank you personally, but it was surely a team effort, and it's going to be a good place for all our students, and somewhere that they can be proud of, and building the school pride and all that. So thank you very much.
And one last thank you, Jeremy. I'm sorry. And one last thank you to Coach Kyle Mood, who actually really began the donations by using My Donors Choose, and was able to support the funding, get the funding in place. And it was really almost like days that we had the funding. It was amazing. It really was. We put the invitation out. They responded very quickly, and it just shows the amount of support that we have in the community, and the fact that when we come together, we can do really great things, and we can improve our spaces, not just with the funding of a budget, but also in other sources as well. So thank you. Everything was great.
Yeah, guys, I think one of the biggest things that we're noticing here, like throughout our updates, is the internal work has been amazing. 2 years ago, our conversations weren't on facilities as much, and we're doing a good job of trying to balance everything while also maintaining our facilities, right? And I think that's a hard balance, and it's a part that's important because we have a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on, and we're chipping away at things that potentially don't have to be in a bond, or we're chipping away at things that are really meaningful for the kids to have another type of educational experience. So, phys ed is definitely going to benefit. Strength and conditioning classes, all the classes that enter that, the runch that goes on. So we're excited to see that wave of kind of come into action.
That was the end. Thank you.
So we're up to committee reports. I don't, if you guys are, so we're up to committee reports. We're going to audit the committee that's there. I'm trying to go to community connections. Next meeting, we're kind of working on that information. Rich and I are trying to figure out what's best and where to figure it in, because we have homecoming obviously going on, so we want to try to make sure that we're helping everybody along the way. Curriculum and technology, that meeting starts on September 15th at 2026 at 4 p.m. Facilities, health, and safety, that next meeting is September 16th. Health and wellness, that next meeting is October 20th. And then policy, we actually just finished up. What I'm going to do is take a couple minutes, I'm going to turn it over to our student board board leaders. What they did is they have kind of rose to the challenge a little bit within their first few weeks. We asked them, just like we did as a board, to develop their own student-centered goals. And then they're going to present them to the board, but also the public and the student body that hopefully they will watch this every once in a while. So, Joyce, we can either give you guys the mic up there, or we can pass this along. So that's what we can either give the mic up there, or you got one. I'm going to turn it over to Alex now.
We stick with the first one for now.
Yeah.
Do it or not?
No, you can. Absolutely.
Stick it or not?
So,
Because
you want to wait until you have that?
Yeah.
Okay, so skip the first, and then we'll go, first one will be your Alex.
Pass it to me. Yep.
Okay, so our first most important goal is creating monthly newsletters for the students that we would like to create after every board meeting. Where we're going to put each thing that we talk about in the board meetings, because most students don't actually know what goes on in the board meetings. And we like to display them in the offices so students can know about them. And we would also like to create a PDF of them so students can get them emails.
All right, our second one is increasing communication throughout the schools. Last year, Clara established student cabinets throughout each school and held meetings. We want to build off that, keep those as a quarterly meetings, and be able to get feedback from the students at each school within the district. Cabinet members can also share student representatives and board committees, providing a direct student perspective and helping strengthen communication between students and district leadership. So we basically want to keep all the schools connected, like within, and keep upgrading facilities within.
Our next one is having a student of the month. In the past, we've had student of the month, but they mostly just been recognized for athletic accomplishments. So at this, we'd like to get teacher recommendations and using the cabinets from our last one to get recommendations for other things also, like things like leadership, academic excellence, or someone is excelling in arts or theater, you can also recognize them for that.
You can do the last one longer than that.
And our last one is the art department project. So the computer girl has been talking about the last few years painting the brick wall at a tennis court. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like white.
That white.
Yeah, white wall. And we like to do a mural of like the different athletics, almost kind of like said, how do I describe this? Like a comic strip with like highlights of different athletics. So they can be from like things that get posted in Newsdays and just things like that. So we can involve the arts with our athletics and highlight that.
I just wanted to say thank you so much, and I'm really excited to hear some of the involvement, and these are great ideas to start us off with the school year. I love the communication piece in the beginning of like just, communicating to the student body what we do, and then also like you bringing back what's happening in the thoughts and voices, what students really feel is important to them, to us. So I also like your idea of like having students come to committee meetings, because that helps us to make better informed decisions, because you're our most important stakeholder. And I love your student of the month, because I think that it's great to highlight all the other aspects of that. So all of these are great. My only question that I had was the art department project. Is that something that students will get involved in painting and participating in as well, or is it from like by the art teachers itself, or are we still discussing?
It's probably most likely be run through the club, so our club of December and our honor society district area.
So we got one more goal away to go, but their goals, and I'll say this because we're a team as a board and we work. So like, for example, you're going to hear a goal that is going to come up in 10 seconds. From there, us as board members may team up and help them, right? And say, okay, we're going to help you accomplish this goal. So this way now you have some more assistance along the way, maybe different ideas, but then our building administrators always jump in as well, and then you have the teachers. So it's really fun to hear some of these goals, but I'm going to let Alex go to that first goal that is on.
All right. So then, our first goal is increasing student
So we think a big part of keeping our sports up is to bring these East Emerging students over by creating a connection with like players and coaches from a young age. So we had an idea to have like joint practice between our varsity fall programs and the East Emerging student athletes, kind of like a clinic type thing. So we want to bring over the East Emerging students and have like a joint practice so they can see what we're about as athletics. Because most of these kids are making decisions at younger ages, like from the kids that I know. So I think that will create a connection at a younger age and hopefully pull them towards us.
So I appreciate your guys' time, the effort, the thought process. What's a lot of fun is they're going to start meeting with other kids, and then the room's going to start filling their minds with different ideas. I think this is the exciting part of having the students being a part of the leadership model. They may not get every little detail that goes into a school, but at the end of the day, they're learning the parts that I think that we need. So I appreciate the efforts. Maybe you have any questions or any comments there? All right, so those are the committee dates that are coming up. Once those committees start, we go full swing. Get involved. John and I went to the freshman and middle school orientations. We kind of made a plea to the parents saying, hey, come to the committees, we can really use you. Sean and I was at the elementary school, running around stuff. Rich has been running around, Dawn's been running around. So as a board, we've pretty much been trying to get out there to let people know that we cannot do it all. We need people to help us step into those roles and to be voices, because ultimately, just as we did projects within the community, it's the community that's building what's in front of them. We just happen to be here trying to push it along. The next thing is questions and comments regarding tonight's agenda only. Any questions or comments at all for tonight's agenda? I'm going to skip the reading there. So go ahead. Consent agenda approval. Be resolved the motion to approve the consent agenda items 9A through 16E. Consent agenda items are approved via a single vote unless they are removed from being a consent agenda item prior to the vote. Do I have a motion to approve? Motion from Rich. Do I have a second? Second. From Shauna. All approved? Yes. All in favor? Aye. Everybody. I can probably post it. Got it. All right. Now we're back to general public comment. This is for anything that's not on the agenda. Do we have anybody in the room that would like to make any comments off the agenda? All right. So, informational items, that's what's going to come up next. Next Board of Education meeting is Wednesday, September 9th. The Policy Committee meeting is at 5:30, and the exec session starts at 6. Then our action meeting, which is this, starts at 7. That is here at the district office. Upcoming events and important district dates. Thursday, Red Devil Pride Athletic Booster Club meeting, which is tomorrow. Right here at 7 p.m. They are discussing homecoming there. Wednesday, 9/2, first day of school for students. Monday, 9/7, Labor Day, school is closed. Tuesday, 9/8. Tuesday, September 8th is grade 2, K through 2 open house night at 6 p.m. And then homecoming was 25, 26.
Third week will be that week.
So 9/25, 9/26 is homecoming within the spirit week being built in. Again, all of that exciting information is being talked about tomorrow night at the much anticipated Red Devils Pride Athletic Booster Club. 7 p.m. in this room, along with Mr. Miller, our athletic director, and hopefully the coaches, so this way we can make the homecoming event as awesome as possible for the kids and the community. Before I dismiss, I forgot to say, does anybody have any questions or comments from the board side? All right, motion to adjourn. Motion. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes. 7:29.